Thank you, Lester. I too am going to go off script. And the reason is because nothing would make RCFP's incoming board chair, Steve Adler of Reuters, as happy as seeing if we can make enough noise in this place so that his two recently released reporters in Myanmar can hear us cheering their freedom. Well, it was just a month ago, as our friends at HBO tell us, that this ballroom played host to the after party for the Game of Thrones season premiere. So, folks, we have something to live up to tonight. But as I would remind all of you, it was last year at this time, at this very dinner, that we announced our representation of Arya Stark in her FOIA litigation against the Night King. And we all saw how that ended, didn't we? I mean, who hasn't felt that way over a snitty response from the government to a FOIA request? So thank you for being here to celebrate with us tonight. Our gratitude goes to David Cohen and Jeff Zients, who have been amazing dinner chairs, and to Margaret Lowe and Don Baer, himself a two-time dinner chair, who brought David and Jeff into our world. Our inspiring honorees, David Bradley, John Carreyrou, Andrea Mitchell, April Ryan, and City Bureau represent the very best of our profession. You'll hear from our oldest friend in this room, the Knight Foundation. Alberto Ibarguen, Jennifer Preston, Eric Newton, and I shared a laugh a few years ago about a 1978 letter we found in our files to John Knight from Gene Miller, a legendary figure at the Miami Herald. Miller was seeking support for the Reporters Committee, and he knew how to write a lead. Dear John Knight, I don't know exactly how to write this letter. Never before have I asked a man for $1 million. He goes on, certainly your newspapers take care of themselves. The danger is the bad law that evolves from reporters who can't fight. The Reporters Committee is one vital means to keep things from going haywire. The Knight Foundation started supporting RCFP back then, and as we will hear, it has recently made an ambitious expansion possible for us and for the work of defending a free press across the country. David Boardman, who is stepping down as our board chair after 3 hugely productive years, is passionate about this project, as he will tell you tonight. And when it comes to our impact, you'll hear from our legal director, Katie Townsend. I'll mix my sports metaphors here, but in an industry that tends to look for its pitches, Katie has become the Lindsey Vonn of the media bar. She is fast down the mountain, determined, fearless, and she may break a bone or two, and I'm not talking about her own. In his new book on lawyering at the New York Times, David McCraw wrote that the RCFP Gala is like a revival where the religion is freedom of the press. It is, quote, a chance for the faithful to gather, leave the doubting world behind, and commune with fellow believers. As David said, this annual dinner replenishes our spirits, and they do need replenishing. The legal threats we face predate this president, and they will post-date him as well. But there is a unique urgency to now. I am often asked what it is like to defend the press and the public's right to knowledge in this moment. My search for the right words found a voice recently in Adam Gopnik's majestic New Yorker essay on the legacy of Reconstruction. Trying to make sense of the tides of history, Gopnik writes that, quote, we are too inclined to let what happens next determine the meaning of what happened before. As journalists and lawyers, we must never waver in what we do because a story has been dismissed or denied, because we do not see an immediate impact from a court case, or because information that belongs to the public has been taken away. When the right side loses, Gopnik writes, it does not always mean that the truth has not been heard. For the Reporters Committee, thanks to your support, it's been nearly 50 years of protecting the free press and hopefully doing our part from keeping things from going totally haywire. Thank you.